Day 16, intervention. In Mark 3:20-21, it says, Jesus went into the house, a crowd gathered again, so they couldn't even have a meal. When his family heard it, they came to restrain him. He's out of his mind, they said. This is about his family coming to intervene in Jesus's activities. And if you've ever heard of an intervention, we know that that's incredibly challenging, incredibly difficult for all involved. And it says in Mark that his mother, his brothers, his sisters is coming to intervene. This story, let's lay it out. So he's beginning this ministry that is extremely powerful in authority and in encounters, and his reputation is spreading. And so experts are now coming to see who this person is, because they got to find out which side of the story he's on. Jesus' family, clearly aware of dangers, of also just being unsure in many ways themselves exactly what Jesus' intentions are, comes to basically bring him home, and it says in this case, in one translation, to restrain him. And finally, just in case we were unaware, it does say even Mary was involved with this too, because she's not sure how this will go. They're very aware of many who have come before him being a Messiah-like figure who definitely is put to death by the Romans as well. And it says, for better or for worse, family has the incredible capacity to hurt, to heal, to affirm, to abuse, to forgive, to inflict, to restore, to expose, to confuse, to clarify, to comfort, to frustrate, to lose, to love, and sometimes all in one day. And this passage doesn't conclude with Jesus having some public argument. He actually goes on to say, anybody who does God's will is my brother, my sister, and my mother. And of course, we know that Jesus's point isn't to hurt his family, although of course the words probably would hurt at the time. Jesus's point here is to now extend his family. He has come to be on a life and death mission to actually create a large family. And the truth can hurt even amidst the mission that Jesus has. The author goes on to relate about someone who's well known in the Church of England, who didn't exactly know and realize who his biological father was, and it finally came out through some DNA testing. And it goes on to say that, he's not having some existential crisis because he wasn't sure who his biological father was, because he actually knew who his true father was. And he goes on to say this, I thought it was all about forgiveness, repentance, and new life, which are all very important. But finding in the midst of looking after my father that here was a father who was perfectly dependable, utterly true, and who knew me deeply and loved me much more certainly, was a surprise beyond belief. And that's a real intervention.